You know, there's a funny thing about fan rules in the Smash community. It seems like they're all just made to be broken. With the most recent one being, oh yeah, no more than one character from the same third-party franchise, unless they're an echo. Hello, Sephiroth! Fucking just blowing all of our expectations, isn't that right, Jonno? Otherwise known as Jonno, otherwise known as Jonno.
Hey kids, I'm just here today enjoying my book from my Secret Santa. How to Survive a Garden Gnome Attack. Defend yourself when the Lawn Warriors strike, and they will. By Chuck Sambucino. Would you like to join me on how to create a logbook of strange phenomena?
No.
Okay, then I will set the book aside, but just know, this knowledge is essential. Key to your survival, and mine. Hello, and today we're going to talk about the strange phenomena known as Sephiroth becoming a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the Nintendo Switch fighting party game released in 2018.
Yes, that's why we're
I am your co-host,
Oh dear.
Jonno, Jonathan from Jonno and Jonno. This is my zesty, fiery cohort known as Zantok, Lister Potter the Third. Some call him Old Talk, or is that just me? Either way, we're here today to finally discuss Sephiroth's surprise inclusion. Join us.
Is there a reason you're acting like a documentary show host?
Well, there is a giraffe, I would hope, in view of my meticulous setup, so yes, I encountered this on the safari earlier today.
You are no Steve Irwin.
No, I'm not. That has its pros and cons. I am alive.
Oh dear, oh dear, dear. Well, guys, as was
Bless his soul. Bless his soul. I
Jesus.
miss him dearly.
Jesus Christ. Sephiroth recently got out of the Smash. I don't really think anybody saw this one coming. Well, that's not necessarily true. I have seen some people do like, oh yeah, what if we got Sephiroth because of the remakes? Like, no, that'd be silly. They wouldn't do that. Oh.
Here we go.
That. They did it.
Here we are.
I was just like, okay, fucking whatever.
Yeah, holy cow. And to speak to your fan role, too, it's something that a lot of fans in the Smash community have been bouncing around since third-party characters were introduced.
Yeah.
Which is generally, hey, there's so many third parties to go around, why would we have any more per franchise than one when
Exactly.
there's so many to pull from? But at and then the Echo semi broke the rule, but we could skirt around it by saying, hey, they're just the same.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, they're a bonus because like Silent and Richter, they serve the same skeleton. So all you do, you slap the model on. It's like a extra alternate costume, just giving a few new bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But when you go full character, Sephiroth, Final Fantasy, and even going further, not just the same series, the same game, the same leg of the franchise, precisely.
Mm-hmm.
That rule is blasted out of the water. No more. So why don't they just toss in, Dr. Eggman, Tails, Shadow, Amy? There's no stopping them now.
Truly.
Knuckles, because it's weird that it didn't mention him. Big.
I mean, I would see, after Brawl, I would see people talking about, oh man, I hope we get Knuckles in the next game. I was like, and my take was always just like, I mean, I don't think they're going to have that many third-party characters. Why would they want to waste a slot on a second one from the same franchise? Just give us Mega Man instead of Knuckles. That's just, come on, guys. And I stick by that, in all honesty. I do. I don't think we need to have multiple characters from the same third-party franchises in the Smash, because I just think it's silly. If you're going to do it, then I feel like your anthology series is like Final Fantasy or kind of sort of the Mega Mans. That's a little bit different. Like, if they put in Zero, it'd be like, okay, so we have classic Mega Man from Mega Man and Zero from Mega Man X. Whatever. Or if they had given us Terra, then we would have had a Final Fantasy 7 and a Final Fantasy 6 rep. I mean, I can't argue the fact that Sephiroth shouldn't be in. He is one of the most iconic villains of all time. There's a reason why he was supposed to be in our previous Smash Dash episode before he got revealed. And it's like, well, shit. Our whole idea for that matchup is dead. Great. But it really makes you wonder, okay, we just broke down another door. What's next? There's really not that many barriers left that people have constructed their own rules on. Mm-hmm. I can't even really think of anything offhand besides no fourth party characters. But that's when that Sakurai himself commented on. So I don't think that one's going to be broken. I hope. That's the one that's just like, if there can only be one true rule, can we please let that rule still be in? Actually, I did remember there is one other rule that hasn't been broken yet, and that's no assist trophies. That one hasn't been broken.
True. Which, it could at any point.
It could.
But, yeah.
And I'm of the personal opinion with that one that I don't think if they were added as an assist trophy, I don't think they should be made playable. Now, in the next game, you can remove the assist trophy and you can make them playable. Whatever. I don't care. But
like Little Mac.
Yeah. And sure, they could be like, oh, well, they could just do like they do with some other things where if that character's in the fight, then the assist trophy can't show up. True. They could do that, but I still think it'd be really weird to have something like, oh, hey, it's playable Waluigi, and oh, hey, look, it's Waluigi's assist trophy. How much shit have people given Chrom for being playable, but still in Robin's Final Smash and Robin's victory animations? It'd be the same fucking thing.
Which, by the way, is bizarre.
It is very bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm guessing that it was a rush situation. Chrom was... Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Chrom was the last Echo added. It would not.
Nor I.
And they were just like, oh, we don't have enough time to take them out of Robin's stuff and give Robin new things. I get that. But, come on.
Yeah. And to speak to the point, too, you did mention, and it's very true, Sephiroth is one of the most iconic gaming villains ever.
Yeah.
From one of the most iconic games ever. So there is still a precedent where it would be bizarre to see multiple characters from, say, Bayonetta.
Yeah.
From something that's not influential. But you still have... Because Sephiroth, he stands up there with Ganon and Bowser. He's upper echelon stuff.
Bowser, Ganondorf, Dr. Wily,
Eggman.
Dracula, Eggman. All of them are in this S tier of video game villains.
Yeah. If most of those characters had appeared on what was it, Captain N, and if Final Fantasy VII stuck around long enough and was on a Nintendo console in that alternate world, would have been on Captain N too. So, just to say, it was a major influential thing in the 90s. You couldn't walk through a shopping center without seeing a fucking cardboard cutout of Sephiroth somewhere. So
it's also saying something that each of those other villains that we mentioned as being top tier iconic, all of them originated on the NES, except for Sephiroth, who didn't come until 90. Was it actually 97? I think it was 97.
I believe so.
So 97 on the PlayStation, rival console. Decade later, or no, more than a decade later, about a decade later, I'd say. I don't remember when the NES released. But quite a bit later on, it's just like, you immediately hit iconic status. He took no time. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm here. Day one of my existence, let me in the club.
Although, for a quick correction, just so nobody comes back to us, Eggman didn't appear in the
True, but he was in the same time frame.
True enough, yeah. Yes, just a handful of years later for Genesis.
Right. And if we get a second... And out of the third-party franchises already in Smash, if any of them were to get a second character, it feels like Sonic would have been the first one. But they weren't.
Yeah.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. But it feels like the next one, you'd have to do Sonic, right? And even if it's not Eggman, it's got to be like Eggman or Knuckles. Well, Knuckles is an assist trophy. So it'd pretty much be either Eggman or Tails. Because I think Shadow is still an assist trophy as well. Pretty sure.
Yeah. What about Cheese?
Don't think that's happening.
Vector?
We have a higher... No, if we get anything
E108 Gamma?
No, the literally the only ones that they would even consider from Sonic are Knuckles, Tails, Amy, Eggman, and Shadow. Nobody else is in the running. Nobody. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
not even the girl
trophy,
from Sonic 06.
Big could be a funny assist trophy. I will say that. But anything else, no.
That's
and
true.
personally,
That's
of those
true.
characters, I would rather have Eggman.
That's what I
feel
there's something to, yeah.
I feel like Knuckles, I feel like all the rest of them would all be pretty similar to Sonic in terms of concept. But Eggman is the only one that would be like, yeah, no, he can be completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they all could be different, but would they be?
Exactly.
Tails,
like that's why we had speculated Shadow being an Echo for so long. Because the framework is there.
As soon as they revealed Echo Powers, which was like, oh, okay. And then when they revealed Richter, it's like, oh, so Shadow.
Yeah, Richter was just a curveball. Like no one would have talked about that.
I also feel like it's honestly like Richter. I also feel like is the most echoey of all the Echoes.
Yeah, he pretty much just has the aura fire that's different.
Yeah, which granted, I guess that is a little bit different thing, and you could say that Peach and Daisy are the closest of them, but Daisy has a different voice. I'm not sure. Does Richter have a different voice? Probably, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
He's definitely a lot more similar than Crom is, or Lucina.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Lucina has some different animations, so that counts.
She also has some of the best ultimate costumes in the game, too, right?
She has some strong alts. She does.
Yeah.
Speaking of alts, you know who doesn't have strong alts? Sephiroth.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, okay, cool. We have the shirtless alts, sure. But all of them are just like slight different colorations on the leather. It's like, okay. Like, I get it, you know, Square is probably just like, you can't change them too much. It's the same thing that's happened with all of the third-party characters except for the Belmont brothers and Joker.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Actually, hang on. I think Sephiroth is the first DLC for Smash Ultimate that has had shitty alts. All the other characters have had good alts. Yeah, actually, he's the only one that doesn't have, like, actually decent alts. Because all of us are just different. It's black, but with a splash of some other color mixed in somewhere. Like, I understand they want to protect their image or what the fuck ever. But, come on, guys. Really?
Yeah. At least you get him shirtless. That accounts for something, doesn't it? With that said, there's a reason why I'm going full body on camera today, and I'll just
No. We are not getting banned today.
Okay.
Actually, if we do,
hey, you know what? If it were on Twitch, we'd only be banned for like 3 days. Anyway.
Interesting. No, but yeah, that's honestly probably the most disappointing thing about Sephiroth being in either into Smash for me is just shitty alts. And on top of that, speaking of the two shirtless alts, you know how people in the character select screen they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna click the button, see what my options are, and see what each of these look like before I choose which one I want to play as. The two shirtless alts, when you're in the CSS trying to pick them out, they're the exact same in what you can see on the CSS. Because the color changes the pants, which you cannot see. So you literally have no idea, unless you looked it up ahead of time, what each of those two alts looks like, besides being shirtless.
You cannot
tell the color difference. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? Some characters... So there are some other characters that are kind of similar in that way, but you can still see the tiniest amount of detail of something is different. You can't see that with these two. It's like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Nah.
Now, elephant in the room here. I will say that my biggest disappointment with Sephiroth being playable in Smash has nothing to do with Sephiroth himself. It's that Gino got the shaft rather squarely in this iteration, not even being given the dignity.
Squarely.
Pun intended. not even being given the dignity of a deluxe meat costume.
That I thought was weird. I mean, I wasn't surprised that Gino didn't get in. I had pretty much lost hope. Like, I was, if it happened, I would have been like, fuck yeah. But when we did our Fighters Pass 2 predictions a while back, I said straight up, like, I don't think Gino's happening. I want it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I figured it's like, no, the meat costume will return. Hopefully it's a deluxe version, which didn't. Which like, I don't understand why. Like, it is technically improved with the Smash 4 version. Like the physics of the costume, like the cape and how it moves around, that's actually improved. People have gotten to figure that out. Like the cap fits more snugly on the Mii's head, which is like, okay, I wasn't aware that was an issue, but all right. But it's weird that they couldn't just make him be into a deluxe character. It's like, you did it for Sans, you did it for Cuphead, you did it for the Fallout guy. Why not Gino? I don't think it would have costed any more. Come on.
Yeah. I think it was just down to Square-Enix fuckery.
Yeah. Well,
all said and done. Yeah.
And I've seen some people thinking that, oh, this is a hint for Gino. It's like, fucking what? Are you shitting me?
Remember when the purple chair was a hint for Waluigi?
That purple chair was a hint for a lot of characters. I saw it as a hint for...
Yeah.
I saw most of the discussion. I said it was a hint for Skull Kid.
Well, that also didn't happen, so...
No, it didn't. But the theory I've seen people going with Gino is, oh man, they're going to do it... He's going to be the last character, and they're going to do a trailer where there's the Mii costume for Gino, but then the Star Spirit is going to possess it. And it's going to be Gino coming out of it as the real Gino. It's like... Don't get me wrong. I like it. But, guys, come on! At some point, we gotta acknowledge the dream is dead. Until the next game. But for Ultimate, Gino's dead. He is. They didn't even update his spirit battle. It's still Sheik. That's the really weird one. It's like, why would you not update that spirit battle and make it be the Gino Mii? Sheik never made sense for him anyways. What the fuck? Why? You know who I would have chosen as a Gino stand-in? Rosalina.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense than fucking Sheik. Whatever.
It's, It's useless to harp on about forever, but we sure could. It's just becoming... It's such a pain to go through this process now, through Smash 4 and now today, and feeling like there's some hope to be had when Gino's not revealed right away. And we're over a year into this whole DLC cycle, and here we are.
Smash Ultimate did that a few other times too with base game with some of the assist trophies. People are like, oh, we revealed the Moon assist trophy, but not the Skull Kid one. People just like, but wait, the Moon? Then does that mean Skull Kid is? Wait, what? And no, he's still an assist trophy. Other assist trophies had that same kind of thing. Can't remember ones on the top of my head, but there were some popular assist trophies that were not revealed until the last batch of them was revealed prior to release.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh my god, this character's in because they haven't revealed. I think it was real Isaac. I think was one of them. They're just like, oh my god, they didn't show the Isaac assist trophy. Holy shit, Isaac is in. Nope, he's back as an assist trophy.
Again, and they did a lot more for Isaac, but still.
Yeah, the worst of it was in Smash 4 though. When they revealed the Pyrosphere stage, and they were just like, oh, you might just see an old foe appear here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And most of us figured, oh, okay, they've already introduced that there's going to be bosses on stages now. So we're probably going to get a Ridley boss on this stage. Okay. It took a year. A year before they revealed that Ridley was the boss. Which, of course, fanned the flames of the fans, going like, oh my god, it was a hint that Ridley is playable. Oh my god! It wasn't. I understand that Sekiro sometimes likes to have fun. I get it. I mean, who wouldn't? And it can be fun to fuck with people. I know this quite well. But I wish that in the context of Smash... Oh god, please do not do that. That was very loud in the mic. That was... No, please do not do that. Um, I wish that he would not do that so much when it comes to Smash in the future. Assuming he works on Smashing in the future, because you never know. The last few times he said it was his last one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like don't tease us that much. You know, a little bit, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's not gonna happen, don't tease us. It's like how the Mortal Kombat guys have been doing things. Which, was it more? Yeah, Mortal Kombat. They said something like, yeah, we've been teasing this character because they were coming. We weren't going to tease you with this character and not bring them. That'd be stupid.
Wow. Talk about a difference in company attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not mad at Sakurai for it. No, that's stupid as well. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, the teasing's enough. Just next time around, if we're not going to get these characters that people really want, just cut the Band-Aid in the beginning. Just fucking do it. Disappoint us from day one, so that then we won't be distracted by it on day 300 when you reveal a character, like Incineroar.
Yeah, like, he really did Waluigi fans a kindness by ripping that Band-Aid off straight away. Yeah, although it was still kind of fun. Although he did show Waluigi get knocked out screen and then had interviews afterwards was like, yeah, Waluigi fans are annoying.
I mean,
you get some.
Anybody's fans can be annoying when they're pushed in certain directions. And while some people in the Waluigi fan base are a bit much, and they need to cut the shit, the majority of us have not been this kind of have not been this annoying asshole about it. We're tired of our chains being yanked.
Yeah, exactly.
So next time around, when you're revealing assist trophies, show us Waluigi first. Show us Isaac. Show us Bomberman. Just make us beat us one in the beginning, and then you can reveal an awesome character that will make us forgive you right away.
Yeah, and if Gino doesn't show up as the first DLC or whatever, and just get the costume out of the way.
Also, why not a Gino assist trophy?
I don't know. Square could probably sign on for that. I'm assuming, to the benefit of the doubt for Sakurai, I would assume that he would have tried to get Gino for us, knowing that he's gotten Banjo, he's gotten K. Rool, he's gotten Ridley. He has no illusion about what we want. It's just that when you get into it, I'm sure that it was Square who, dealing with those rights, didn't want to play ball.
Well, the other thing we have to keep in mind, too, is that it's not Sakurai that's making these decisions.
Also true.
We don't know the full details of it, but from what we've been told, Nintendo is just like, hey, we want these 5 characters. Can you make them happen? And then he goes through them. It's like, yes, possibly yes. And really, do I have to do this one? Yeah, that's the one we want the most.
Are you talking about Byleth?
Fine. Yeah. I mean, Sakurai even did say in regards to Byleth that he mentioned that one he was just like, does it have to be Byleth? And Nintendo's like, yes. It's like, okay. He has a little bit of leeway in some regards. Like, if he truly doesn't believe a character can be made to work. Like, if they say, add Qbert, and he's like, how? Then he'd be like, yeah, no, I can't do this one. This is a little outside of my ability. But otherwise, it's like, oh, you can make this work. Yes, then make it work. And I understand, it's a business perspective. They're wanting to add characters that are going to sell fighters passes, and if the games are on Nintendo consoles, sell those games. I get it. I do. Doesn't mean I have to like it. But I don't think Nintendo was ever going to have Gino on their list for DLC. No, they were never going to. Unless there was a secret project that we didn't know about of either a remake or a sequel to Mario RPG, it was never going to happen. Gino's only hopes our base game in a future Smash game. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we have to hope for. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to be hoping for it. But I'm going to be realistic here. He's never going to be a DLC character. Never.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not an Ultimate. Ultimate? Not an Ultimate. Not in Smash 6, 7, 8, 64, whatever. It's not happening. Because what are they going to be able to... What will he be able to promote? Now, granted, not all of them have been promoting much of anything. Cloud... Final Fantasy VII wasn't on the Wii U. Bayonetta was for promotion. They'll say it's the Battle Pass, but Bayonetta was promotion for Bayonetta 2. Joker, Persona wasn't on Switch, but Strikers was revealed. I think they probably knew about Strikers at the time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then there's the Persona Q games on 3DS. So technically, there's a little bit there, and Shin Megami Tensei has a big history with Nintendo, so a little bit different. Who was second? Hero. Dragon Quest 11. Banjo, you were mentioning him, and I was going to get there. Yeah, Banjo is the one that does not promote anything at all, anything new, which got people speculating, like, oh, are we going to get new Banjo games, or are they telling us, hey, we're putting in Banjo because there's going to be new games? I think at this point, it's not happening. It's been over a year. I don't think
at most I would assume. At most I would assume maybe Rare Replay, but that's not going to necessarily be related to Banjo if it gets revealed this way.
And it's not on Switch either.
Weirdly enough,
it's not here.
Yeah.
Terry.
You got the ACA games, and that's pretty much it.
That's right. We did get a huge SNK collection of games added onto Switch, so he's technically promoting that. Byleth easily promotes Three Houses. I mean, that just... No surprise there. It feels like half the Fire Emblem... Half the non-Echo Fire Emblem cast has been to promote some Fire Emblem thing. Roy's game wasn't even out yet. Corrin's game wasn't out in America yet. Three Houses was already popular, but hey, it doesn't hurt to add in a character into Smash. Min Min also was weird because Arms is a dead game. Let's be honest, people. Arms is not an
pretty much DOA.
It has its community. It has a community of players, but it is not out there in the grand sphere of gaming influence. It's not. Arms is a dead game.
Well, I mean, Seven Swords had a community of players. Probably about as many as Arms.
It's like I believe there has to be something coming out with Arms in the next couple of years. There has to be a reason they added Men. It's just so weird otherwise. And clearly Sephiroth is promoting Final Fantasy VII Remake, which isn't on Switch. But Final Fantasy VII base game is. So it's very clear that what they've been doing here. And that's why when I look at characters, I'm just like, yeah, I don't think this one is happening. I don't think that one is happening. It's like, what would they have to promote them with?
Sidebar. If they do have a sequel to Arms, instead of calling it, if they do have a sequel to Arms, instead of calling it Arms 2, they should call it 2 Arms, because it's what most people have.
I don't know if that's better or worse than where I thought you were going to go with that.
Where did you think I was going to go? Legs?
Arms and legs.
Arms and... Watch that be what happens.
I mean, that's what they did with the Ant-Man movies. We have Ant-Man, and then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp. So what's the next one going to be? Ant-Man and the Wasp in stature?
Yes.
Well,
Ant-Man and the Wasp and Lawrence Fishburne's Return.
It's... I feel like... Oh, God, don't.
What was that?
You were making loud noises with whatever you were touching every time you touched something. The sensitivity on your mic is insane. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus. But, Sephiroth is an interesting case here, because in the moment when he was revealed, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? This is great. It's awesome. He's not who I would have chosen. either from a new Square character or from a new Final Fantasy character. If I was taking a new Final Fantasy 7 character, I would have picked Sephiroth. But it's just I was out of my goddamn mind for at least a half an hour after that was revealed. I could not stop thinking about it. I was losing my goddamn shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not displeased that Sephiroth is out, and I think he's really cool. Before we recorded this, like we did with Steve, we played about an hour of mirror matches on the new stage with him. And he's a pretty fun character to use. Other DLC characters, he ranks up there for me. Terry, Sephiroth, and Banjo are my 3 favorite of the DLC characters to use by far. They're also the ones that have the least reliance on gimmicks, so wonder why that is. Oh, is that why I like them? Oh, I think it is. Well, not that I'm saying gimmicks are bad. Sephiroth does have some gimmicks, but he doesn't rely on them to be a character like Steve.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a place for characters like Steve that's just not in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's been my issue for all this stuff. That's why I don't main Wii Fit Trainer or Duck Hunt or anything like that.
Yeah. Like, they're fun to use. Like, I like playing as them. But if I'm trying to do any kind of serious match,
it's not going to happen.
Play with them. I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, yeah, Sephiroth has a few unique ideas to him without relying too much on gimmicks.
Yeah.
You get his wing at a certain point. That's about it.
And I guess you could consider... No, yeah, I guess that would be his like only real gimmick. Some of his moves have gimmicky things to them, like Shadow Flare and Octoslash. But
yeah, stabbing Masamune into the side of the stage.
Yeah, that's his forward aerial. You can use to get stuck in the stage. It's like, all right, you just saved yourself. Nice. Now get up.
Pretty unexpectedly too, a few times during those matches. Yeah, Shadow Flare is a pretty unique side special, especially.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. My only problem with it is that most of the time I use it, it's me actually trying to use Octoslash, and because I look at that move and I'm just like, oh, this is Foxfire or Fox Illusion, side special. No, that's Shadow Flare. Fuck. So I'm halfway across the stage spamming Shadow Flare. It's like, that's right. This isn't the way I think it is.
Yeah, that happened to me a few times. It's going to take a long time to get muscle memory attached to that.
Yeah. Because most of the moves like Octoslash are side specials.
And needless to say, his range is insane.
It's
with
what's with the range characters in Ultimate? They're just like, oh, hey, Belmont Bros, look, I'm going to make a point out of mentioning the insane range you have in Smash. Oh, hey, Min. Why did you come in here? I'm going to make a point to talk about the insane range that you have in Smash. Hey, Sephiroth. You're not quite like the other two, but you still got crazy range in your own way, so let me make a point to mention your crazy range in Smash. What the fuck? What the ever-loving fuck? At least he doesn't have a tether. Fucking shit, I'm so tired of tethers. Oh, there's so many tethers in Ultimate. Like,
and they just get worse. They just get worse.
Like,
Violet's being probably the worst of all of it.
I guess. Him or Joker.
Yeah.
Like, Joker's both Joker and Violet's up specials are absolute garbage. They're garbage.
Yeah.
Now, if you have Arsene out, then Joker's is good. Because it actually turns his up special into a good move. I don't know why we had to have garbage in the first place, though.
No clue.
Like, there's not a single...
thief, I guess.
The only... Actually, you want to know what the best tether recovery move is of all? There's one.
Sure.
There's one that is good.
Rope Snake.
That's not a tether recovery. I'm talking up special tethers.
Yeah.
Olimar and Brawl.
I'll give you that.
I actually use that as a damaging move quite a bit. Especially if you've got all 6 Pikmin. The length on that thing.
Oh, yeah. Let them fly.
It was great. I loved using that.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been my favorite move to use as Olimar in Brawl. And then it got replaced, and it's like, I mean, in fairness, he got a better recovery move. He did.
Yeah.
And then they gave us a bunch of new titles. It's like, man, these ones are shit.
Yeah.
This.
The Pikmin chain, they sound kind of like this.
God, what did I say about your mic? Stop it. Fuck.
I keep forgetting my own strength, apparently.
Yeah, you were, like, breaking the sound barrier. Jesus. Fuck.
This headset, holy cow. This needs to be calibrated somehow.
Get yourself a real fucking microphone. Headset mics? No.
I have a real fucking microphone. It's over there. At my computer. But we decided to style things up today for some reason.
We need to get a recording studio.
Yeah, that would work.
Somewhere between Kansas and Arizona, we need to figure out a recording studio.
Just
get rid of these problems.
We do. You know what? I didn't mention what I thought of Sephiroth's reveal either. I mean, you mentioned your hype, which is clear. I wasn't even available at the time. I was just getting home from work.
You were
at that time. So you and yeah, it was during the Game Awards, so that was probably 4:30ish my time, where he was getting revealed, and I just remember being spoiled by the crazy group chat. And given I would have been spoiled regardless.
Yeah.
But Eric Flamezone was screaming in this messenger chat, Sephiroth. I was like, this guy's got to be shit. And then I turned it on. It's like, oh shit, it's Sephiroth.
Like if I had been told ahead of time, it's like, oh yeah, it's going to be Sephiroth, I'd be like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And before Steve was revealed, if you told me it was going to be Steve, I would be like, okay, this tracks.
Yeah.
I would have 100% believed somebody telling me Steve. Sephiroth was like, please, no, that's
you're a
silly.
Damn liar. Mm-hmm.
Similarly to your reaction when Eric was spamming in the chat there, if it was me in your shoes, my response would have been like, really? Are you fucking with me, or...? Yeah.
What? Seriously. Personally, a lot more of a hype character than Steve was for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like Steve was like, I see this, I'm excited for the possibility of the moveset. It's just something I've never personally gotten into.
Yeah.
Sephiroth, it's something everybody's gotten into, being one of the most iconic villains of all time. So, holy cow. And there was a numbness to it. I kept rewatching that trailer, as I'm sure we all did.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, what? What? Even to this day, we played matches of him together for an hour. There were two of him on the same stage, constantly. And
it's still unreal.
I can't, yeah. So even though, there are some fan faculties that have been broken and it's mildly uncomfortable, especially right down to getting a character from the same game as Cloud.
Yep.
I don't fault the inclusion either because it's such a huge character. That's where the exception comes in. To an extent, where it's like, okay, well, it's Sephiroth. It's like there's nothing to really compare it to. He's a character who's a rung above most of the others in terms of the echelons of gaming history. So it's understandable.
Yeah.
And it's very, very surreal and ridiculously cool. Like if I had to choose between him and another Final Fantasy character, assuming that the Final Fantasy character wasn't from 13 forward, I would have chosen another Final Fantasy character from another title. But otherwise, I mean, just that we have them in,
it's nuts.
It's incomparable, and it really makes you wonder what are they saving for those last 3 slots?
I mean, I don't think they're necessarily saving anything. As sort of like, Because people are always talking about, like, oh man, such character would be great to end the pass on. It's like, Nintendo doesn't do that. They don't give a fuck. We did get
Byleth after all.
Yeah, Byleth ended the first pass. Bayonetta ended DLC for Smash 4. Incineroar, well, technically Ken. Incineroar and Ken ended base roster for Ultimate. Wolf ended base roster for Brawl.
Yeah.
Smash 4... I think Smash 4 was ended on...
Bowser Jr.?
It was either Bowser Jr. or Duck Hunt. One of the two. And even then, that was post-release as well. I think pre-release, it might have ended on Shulk. No, Shulk was also post-release. Was Little Man?
Interesting.
I don't remember who was the last one revealed pre-release for Smash 4. But Nintendo has never just been like, oh, we're going to save the last one for a big character. They don't do that. They don't give a fuck about that.
For all you know, the final one is going to be Box One.
I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, I would not... And I don't think there's point in thinking, oh, the last one's going to be big. That is going to set up everybody for disappointment. It's probably going to be somebody that will get buzz, but I don't think it's going to be a Ridley or a K. Rool level of character. No.
Oh, no.
I don't think that's going to be the case. No. Especially if they end it with a Nintendo character. Any Nintendo character, I don't think will get that. There are a few that will be a lot of hype for. I think Rex probably being one of them. I think he could kill a lot of people.
Maybe Dixie.
Dixie's not a bad choice for that.
Yeah.
But,
Porky.
Not a Pokemon. Dear God, not a Pokemon.
Yeah.
That will not do what they want it to do.
Yeah.
It's like, the response to Incineroar was lukewarm. The only reason Incineroar was not, like, completely outcried was because at least his moves were unique. Like, he is a very different fighter than anything else we had. That said, I think there were other choices for a fighter like that. But whatever.
Yeah. Like Heihachi.
I also want to mention, back to the Game Awards and the reveal of Sephiroth. He was revealed very early in the Game Awards. Like, we all knew that there was going to be a new Smash character reveal at the Game Awards because they told us. Last year, they didn't tell us that we were or weren't getting one, which had the fan base all watching to the very end. This time, they're just like, it's been about 20 minutes of the show. Let's just go ahead and do the Smash show. I'm just like, what? That's an interesting strategy. Now it's the decision of, do I stop watching because I don't care anymore? Or do I have to stop, or do I have to keep watching in case they fake us out and do a second one at the end?
And then it turned out that you should just stop watching.
Yeah. It was also not
because then it was just it was just a wash for The Last of Us 2 and wasn't exciting to watch.
Yeah. And I have my own opinion on voting systems in general that I don't really want to get into at this time because it's going to be a rant. It's probably going to be a lengthy one. I just... I could. But I don't want to right now. This is not the time or place. But, it was just very strange that they revealed him right away. Because he was trying to make this cheeky little joke about how, oh man, all these people that we have here, it's almost like everyone is here. And then everybody's just like, I'm sorry, you said the magic words? You said the magic words. What's happening? And then it just faded to Smash Bros. Just like, okay. But it was also the only Nintendo announcement we had the entire night. The only one. Now, there were some things on Switch that were announced, but nothing from
like
Nintendo.
Indie stuff, yeah.
Like, oh look, Among Us is coming to the Switch. Okay.
Featuring the
new map.
Totally blanked out of my head. Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, the new map looks cool, and I like some of the changes that it looks like they're going to bring to the game, which would get me to try it again, because otherwise I'm just played it a bit. It's like, okay, I'm done. It needs more.
Yeah, that's how those kind of games go. That, Among Us, Fall Guys.
I also need to call out the fans a little bit, because the fans are fucking dumb.
Oh, yeah.
So, also in that trailer for Sephiroth, the whole trailer was based off of the Advent Children movie. The entire thing was Advent Children and its theming, which I don't have a problem with. I'm cool with this. But what annoyed me is when they showed off Cloud's Final Smash, they showed him using Omni-Slash version 5, which is seen in the Advent Children movie. And people were going like, oh man, did they update Cloud's Final Smash? Oh shit, they changed it from Omni-Slash. Oh, maybe it's whenever he uses against Sephiroth. And I'm just sitting here watching all the people talk about this. I'm just like, you're all fucking stupid. First of all, they're not going to replace Omni-Slash with Omni-Slash version 5. The moves are different. They have different animations to them. They are different. They are named differently. They're not just going to replace the iconic ultimate limit break from Final Fantasy VII with the move that he uses in Advent Children. That's not happening here. Also, they're not just going to have it be whatever he uses against Sephiroth, because he can trap multiple people in the move. You're dumb. You're all fucking stupid. It was very obvious, and I don't know how people were so dumb not to pick up on this, that he was wearing the Advent Children outfit when he used the Final Smash in the video. Oh my god, people. The moves from Advent Children, the costumes from Advent Children. He uses it when he's wearing the Advent Children alt instead of the regular alt. Then we get Sakurai Presents. And what does Sakurai say? Oh, right. He says that it changes to Omni-Slash version 5 when he's wearing his Advent Children alt. Y'all are dumb. Straight up. Anybody that thought that they were changing his Final Smash completely to version 5, or that it would be version 5 when against Sephiroth, and that was the thing that would change it, get your head checked. You're a fucking idiot. Now I realize that not everybody knows all the details of Final Fantasy. I know. But thinking first of all, I can understand why people might have, who don't know Final Fantasy, might think that maybe it would have completely replaced the move. But if you thought that they had it such that it would change if he's using it in Sephiroth, you're a dumbass. It's not a cinematic. If it was a cinematic and he hit Sephiroth in it, and you can only target one character, then that would be a plausible theory.
Yeah.
But here's another reason why it's not a plausible theory. They're saying like, oh yeah, he uses Omni-Slash version 5 against Sephiroth in the movie. Yes. And spoiler alert, you want to know how in the cinematic that he finishes off Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII? I'll give you a quick little spoiler warning here. Okay, he uses Omni-Slash. Why would they make it be version 5 if he was just using it against if he was just using it in Sephiroth and Ultimate? That is the dumbest. Come the fuck on. Rant done.
Some fans. I don't know what more to say to that point, other than the internet is an interesting place, and people have strange opinions that are clearly incorrect. But it sure makes for a fun time for traditional popping of the corn, per se.
I mean, there's been a few times with Ultimate that I've watched people commenting on things. I've just been like, you're dumb. You're absolutely idiotic dumb. After Ultimate was announced, people were diehard assuming, oh, we are going to get Springman. We are going to get Rex. Because they were the newest Switch games at the time. And it's like, guys, yeah, they're huge, they're new, but they're also too new. They would have been in early development when Sakurai would have picked these characters. There's no fucking way. No way.
You know,
if they were a little bit older, they had a chance. Sakurai has even said that, oh man, if Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had just released a little bit sooner, he could have figured out Rex. But it was never going to happen for base game, and I would comment this in places online when discussion was happening about it, and I'll get downvoted to hell. It's like, alright, cool. Ignore the truth.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So, yeah. That's funny. I mean, ignore the truth is kind of an internet-wide phenomenon, if you will.
In recent years, yeah.
You know, just substantive discussion and logical consumption, digestion of ideas. It just doesn't, go viral as much as word vomit.
Yeah.
So people think what they want to think.
What generates clicks?
Exactly.
Truth.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, we're comparing the 14 to 15-year-old Smash fans to
everything.
Adults in other aspects who believe who think in a similar way. But nonetheless, they're all little dumb people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's a good old thing. At least you can take solace in knowing that you're correct, as usual. As usual.
I've also I saw something get mentioned recently about characters being added as DLC for Ultimate. Each time there's kind of been like a bit of a pattern in terms of what people speculate next.
Mm-hmm.
After Min Min was revealed, people started speculating a lot more about other Nintendo characters, thinking, "Oh, wait, what if this means we're going to get more Nintendo characters?" And then talking about all that. After Steve, people are just like, "Oh man, what if we're going to get more indie characters? We're going to speculate about all the indie characters we could be getting in this Fighters Pass." And now people are just like, "Oh man, we got Sephiroth. I wonder what other characters from existing third-party franchises we could get in Smash." It's been a bit of a pattern. It's like, guys, well, certainly we could. I don't think we're going to get multiple indie characters. I don't think we're going to get multiple characters from the same franchises in this DLC. Now, if we get a Fighters Pass 3, again, the table is clear. But I don't think we're getting Eggman. I don't think we're getting well, he's a boss already. I don't think we're going to get another Castlevania character, or another Persona, or a Dragon Quest, or any of the others. A Street Fighter, whatever. I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. Now, would I have said the same thing before Sephiroth? Yeah, I would have said the same thing. But considering we got him, I think it's like, okay, that's our one. Now you could be saying, it's like, okay, but what about all the RPG characters we got in the first Fighters Pass? We got a few. We got 3, which is a surprise.
Yeah.
But I think that's a tiny bit different. And I'm also not saying to expect a bunch of RPG either. Or to not. I'm talking more of the specific category here.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And, who knows what will be next, but we can't predict it clearly. Sephiroth,
clearly.
If anything. Yeah.
Let's look back at our Fighters Pass 2 predictions that we made, and okay, let's see, how much have we gotten right? I got right that they brought back the Geno costume, but not as a deluxe, and I got right that they brought back the Heihachi costume. That's it. That is all we've gotten right between the two of us. What? Actually, no, I think I might have also said the Fallout character as me. I think
maybe
I'd have to check. Guess what I'm doing. I know where that document is. I also want to point out something that I found out funny was in that same episode we had each asked a few friends of ours to give us a list of 6 characters that they wanted to predict would be on the Fighters Pass. One of the people submitted Tifa from Final Fantasy VII, to which we both laughed at. It's like, we're not getting a second Final Fantasy VII character. What are you on about? Well.
And better yet, the next character will be Tifa.
Okay, I'm looking at my thing here. Checking to make sure any updates. Oh, actually, I'd never updated it from you. Is there anything else? Probably not. Yeah. So the only things I don't remember what I don't think you had a bunch of Mikasa. You just predicted characters and you talked a little bit about them on their stage, I think. But in terms of my predictions, what has been completely wrong and completely right so far is I said, oh, a Steve Mii costume. That's a deluxe. Got him as a character instead. And then I said the return of the Gil, Heihachi, Chocobo hat, and Geno outfits. All of them came back. And then the Vault Tech uniform, I said. Except I wasn't envisioning that one as like a deluxe Mii with a head. I was just figuring the uniform itself.
Yeah.
So that's the only things that have been like strictly right or wrong. Obviously, I'm not going to get my full set of characters right, but there's still a possibility I could get some of them correct.
Wasn't the Vault Boy one, or a Vault Tech rather, that was attached to what, Dragonborn?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I recall that.
Which
Okay.
is because, you know, same company.
Yeah.
Because, like, my full list was Master Chief, Yuri Lowell, Urshifu, Crash Bandicoot, Dragonborn, and Phoenix Wright. And as of this moment, I would say Urshifu is dead. I don't think he's happening now. I think Dragonborn is dead as well. I think Master Chief is dead.
Doom Guy could still stand a chance, I guess? No?
Well, Doom Guy was not on my list.
Yeah.
But I think Yuri, Crash, and Phoenix, right? They all could still happen. I don't know if they will, but they have better chances than the other three. If we didn't get Steve, then I think Master Chief would be a very strong candidate.
Oh yeah.
We know have list, so I don't know what you had.
We know per leaks that it was at least discussed for internally within Activision.
Well, we know that Bethesda talked to Nintendo about Smash, but we don't know anything beyond that. We just know that they talked to them.
Yeah. I don't recall everything off of my list right away. I'm pretty sure.
I have 3 of your characters written down for some reason, but I don't have the other 3, and I don't know.
I know Geralt was one of them.
Yeah, you had Geralt, Amaterasu, and Hayabusa, and I'm fairly certain you had Gino on yours as well.
I did. And
then there were 2 more.
I deluded myself with hope. I can't recall the others off the top of my head.
We have it somewhere in the chat. I wonder if I can.
Yeah. I mean, most of those characters can still be possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funnily enough, I should have been stumping for Amaterasu this entire time instead of Gino. Apparently.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Well, we'll see. I think I may have included Leighton on mine. I have no idea.
I'm getting there.
Okay. And I think I had a Tom Berry on there as well.
The hell's
I'm sorry.
With you?
I'm sorry. I meant Biomiracle Bokuti, but who's not totally dead. He does have a skin in Super Bomberman R.
Okay, your list was Hayabusa, Amaterasu, Geralt, Gino, Doomslayer, and Agumon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did that hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
Christ.
I'm watching my volume for the most part. Trying to.
Yeah, and so, looking at your list, if I was to make I just lost that list. Fuck. Let me scroll back to it somewhere. Because the way Discord search system works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I was to comment on your list, I think Doomslayer is dead. Obviously, we know Gino is completely dead. I just personally don't think Agumon is happening. Your other 3, I think, are all theoretically possible. Geralt, Amaterasu, and Hayabusa. There is some questions on Geralt because he's not originally a video game character. He's a book character. Mm-hmm. But considering nobody fucking knows the books exist, I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow bends that rule.
Yeah.
Considering he's mega popular right now.
Yeah. The games really blew up with Assassins of Kings and has gone on with the Wild Hunt to be highly successful.
Right.
And then you have the Netflix series as well, which is pretty popular for some reason.
And do we have room for another silver-haired swordsman?
In his case, yes. They'll throw us for a loop in Norman Reedus will be playable next.
Norman Reedus or Sam Porter?
Oh, just Norman Reedus. He's gonna ride around on his bike and smoke a cigarette.
Gotcha.
And he has a restaurant too. That'll be his home stage.
I mean, and we'll have to have Keanu Reeves in there as well then.
Yes, just Keanu Reeves, not Johnny Silverhand.
No, just Keanu.
Yeah, who wants to give Cyberpunk a nod for anything right now, anyway?
I mean, I never cared about Cyberpunk in the beginning.
No, it's just kind of funny that it fell apart.
I mean, this is what happens with any big game that people allow themselves to hype about for too long a period of time. And this is also why companies do not announce a game years early, because the fans go fucking nuts.
Yeah, true. It's Duke Nukem Forever syndrome, essentially.
It's happened with a lot of games. No Man's Sky. Witcher 3 it happened with. Witcher 3 was a glitchy mess on release, admittedly from what I've read, because I didn't know it existed. Same company as well as Cyberpunk. Yeah. And I also find it, like, people are giving it such massive shit. It's like, guys, they know they were trying to delay it more, and you guys were being prissy little babies. Okay? Yeah. And they want to make a big deal about how, oh, they got removed from the Sony store, or whatever the fuck they call it. It's like, yeah. And it's probably not because of that. It's probably because they just have a new policy. And if No Man's Sky were to release today, they'd remove it too. Yeah. I concur. Fans are nuts. But we allow ourselves to get overhyped about everything, and then when it doesn't meet our lofty expectations, we just throw it in the fire.
Yeah, like Gino not being in Smash.
I mean, why do you think I wasn't expecting it? I was like, I know this isn't happening. I'm not going to let myself get upset when it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, not all of us treated ourselves as kindly as you did. Clearly. I deleted myself. Yep.
Most people do.
Yeah, just the moral of that story is don't give yourself hope.
Truth.
In anything,
only
ever.
Makes you despair.
Exactly. Now this is becoming a Darth Vader thing. Maybe he will be.
No, it was a Danganronpa thing. I can no longer think of those two words and not think of that game now. Fucking Christ.
That's funny because despair is also something Sephiroth is known for saying.
No, he gives you pears.
Oh, is that? Oh.
Yes, it's. I shall give you
pears of what?
Pear, like a pear.
A fruit. A fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When he plays Animal Crossing, he resets until he gets an island of pears.
I don't know why that was as funny as it was, but here we are.
Because I'm a genius.
That's probably it. They do call you the ideas guy in the back room.
Of course.
Yeah, Sephiroth and if we can't get Doomslayer or Doom Guy in Smash, I guess Sephiroth can team up with Isabelle.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting whenever we get the next game after Ultimate to see which characters stay and which ones leave, and how they're going to approach it. Because we know there's no way that everyone is here is going to happen again. We're getting close to 100 characters. The amount of rights that they're going to do with the third-party characters is just going to be insane. It's not happening. Oh, yeah. So it'd be very curious to see, like, okay, which ones make the cut? And if I was a betting man, I don't think Sephiroth would make the cut. I don't know if Cloud would make the cut. Partly because of Square and their, they want money, which I get it.
Lofty expectations, yeah.
Yeah, considering Cloud was almost not going to make it. He was the one that would have ruined the whole thing. I've seen some things that said that if they couldn't make the deal, the next best option was going to be day one DLC.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want him to be on base roster because they wanted to get that DLC cash.
Which
is annoying and stupid, but what the fuck ever.
Yeah, but then they got Hero and Sephiroth, so...
Yeah, and I've seen... Imran Khan has been talking about things recently with Smash. He has insider information, and he said that Sephiroth was cheaper than he normally would have been because Square wanted Sephiroth to be in. Now, whether they talked to Nintendo and that's how it happened, or if Nintendo also had him on the list, I don't know. But the way it goes is that they actively wanted him in. And he probably came up when they were negotiating for Hero, I would imagine.
Yeah. Probably so. Probably so.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting to know that they, I guess, to push FF7R.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely because of remake. If the remake wasn't happening, I don't think we would have gotten Sephiroth. We might not have even gotten Cloud if remake wasn't a thing. But remake also had the perfect timing for release because it released March of 2020, and then we got Sephiroth in December. Like, it's very clear what happened here. I'm not hating it, but it's very clear what happened.
Yeah, exactly. But thank goodness it was Sephiroth and they weren't pushing Noctis down our throats then.
God.
Because, I mean, he's already inexplicably in Tekken. A stranger inclusion than maybe even Negan. Not really, but
bad box art Mega Man. Pac-Man riding Mokujin.
Pac-Man riding Mokujin will be the final DLC of this pass.
We already have Pac-Man!
Yeah, this is Ghostly Adventures Pac-Man.
No!
And Mokujin's the one doing most of the fighting. Okay, just the ghost then.
No.
That'd be unique.
No. So, I think this is going to be an interesting question I want to ask here.
Yeah.
We are halfway through with Fighters Pass 2. We're probably going to get the last character revealed around the same time Sephiroth was. So, December of 2021. And maybe we'll get a third Fighters Pass. Who knows? At this point, I'm kind of doubting it. But if you still go by the placeholder data that was found in Smash, I think it was the World of Light character files, there were 16 slots after the base roster. Piranha Plant took up 1. Fighters Pass 1 took up 5 more. Fighters Pass 2 takes up 6 more. That's leaving 4 slots. So a lot of people, including myself, have wondered, maybe we'll get a third Fighters Pass that just has 4 characters. Which it seems kind of weird. Well, why don't they just do 5, 5, and 5? Which it's a good question. That would make more sense. But you could look at it as being, well, they don't know what they're going to do with third one. They left the idea open, but they had 6 characters they really wanted to do. So it's just like, we'll make this one be 6 because fuck it. Or it could be the third one is going to be Echoes only.
Yeah.
A few last quick characters that can be done. Won't cost as much. They'd probably all be first party in that case. And then you've got it done. You have all your slots, whatever. You also don't have to fill out all the slots. This can be blank data. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, I care, but who cares? But we're halfway done with this pass. Only 3 more characters. Potentially, the last 3 characters are going to be an ultimate period.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Who am I thinking? You know what? I think Crash still has a very strong chance of being in. They timed that retro revival with the Insane trilogy just right, as we've been saying, and there's precedent for promotion too.
Oh, yeah.
Since Crash 4 is coming to the Switch very soon, then there's CTR and Insane trilogy both on the Switch already. Or is Crash 4 already on the Switch? I can't recall.
Crash, I think so.
Right. Either which way, Crash has a precedence on the Switch, and Activision has made sure to treat his ports correctly.
Yeah.
And if there's an Activision character making it, it's absolutely him. Because Spyro, unfortunately, came too late and has always been trailing Crash a little bit in popularity, even though back in the PS1 era, they really went hand in hand. Between the two, I would prefer Spyro.
Right.
But Crash is a major character in platforming and gaming history, and would be up there with Sephiroth as a gaming icon precedent. So I think Crash. Number 2, you know what? Ryu Hayabusa still. Koei Tecmo, again, a constant collaborator of Nintendo's at this point with the Warriors titles, among others. Ninja Gaiden, once again, seeing a bit of a resurgence on Nintendo platforms, on the Wii U, I think the Switch, as well as Dead or Alive titles on 3DS and so on and so forth. So again, they fit the bill for a company that's constantly along with Nintendo. And Hayabusa is clearly their flagship character, from who can represent feeding two birds with one stone, if you will. Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden. So I think Hayabusa. Last but not least, huh?
Yep.
Well, clearly, there's going to be a neat costume of Gino standing on the stage.
It's not happening.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know what? I'm going to roll the dice here. I think Capcom will get a character. It's unusual they haven't yet. Monster Hunter, I think, is getting more. We have Rise on the way. We had World out during Smash's cycle. It doesn't matter. I'm with you where you've said in the past that if we were going to get Monster Hunter, it was going to be when we got Rathalos, which was in the main game. Phoenix, right? Strong possibility there. The only thing that really sets me from saying Phoenix or like Amaterasu would be the character is that they're a little, even though they're both the characters I would want most from Capcom, they're lower rung than, say, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry. So, and I would love for it to be Amaterasu, but I'm not going to say that because if I don't believe it and it happens, I'll be even more excited.
Exactly.
And then like Arthur, yeah. And then like Arthur is not going to happen. Ghosts and Goblins is again like lower rung than Okami, Phoenix, right?
It's below Darkstalkers even.
Yeah. Nor Darkstalkers. Morgan would be great, but no. Chun-Li could happen, which would be a great kick in the pants for.
Oh, do not get me started. Don't fucking do it.
I like the idea with breaking away from all of Smash's fan-made boundaries, but as a final DLC character, no.
Yeah.
No. Or anywhere in this cast, it would be a little deflating. And finally, Resident Evil, we got the Spirit event, but and that to me kills it.
Yeah.
So I think Dante.
Okay.
Smash Brothers featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series, yeah.
So you're going
I thought you were going to go there.
Hayabusa and Dante. All right. That's a strong group of characters. I would be happy if that was the last three.
Yeah.
Hayabusa's not personally on my list of wants, and I'm not. And I'm only truly familiar with Dante through Marvel vs. Capcom, but I would not be upset with that group.
Right. Of course, now the question remains: E2.
Well, obviously, we're gonna have the Great and Mighty Pooh.
That's a good Mercurius throwback if there ever were one. Kamek guy. Also known as Designing 4 on YouTube.
I mean, then we also need to have Date Masamune, clearly. And let's see, how about Fireman.exe?
Yeah, you gotta throw yourself under the bus a little bit there.
Yep, had to. In all seriousness, though, I actually probably pulled up all the characters that we had all people make predictions for when we were doing that Fighters Pass episode. So I'm going to go through this list and kind of give my thoughts on, relatively quick thoughts on what I have on here. Gino is already dead, so sorry, Jake. RIP. Phoenix Wright, I just don't see it. I don't think it's going to happen. I want it. I do, but at this point, I'm actually going to say this. At this point, I don't think we're going to get a Capcom character. Straight out, I think we're not getting Capcom. Here's why I'm thinking that. A couple reasons, actually. One is the big Capcom leak that happened recently. A lot of things came out. Supposedly, the information might have all been sourced from 2018, so could be out of date. But absolutely nothing came out about Smash, which makes me rethink. It's like, could they have not revealed everything? Possibly. But if they had Smash data in that leak, that was going to be revealed. Fairly certain about that.
Oh,
the fact that there wasn't anything said, and it also didn't even mention the Resident Evil Spirit event, so that could be a nail in my theory's coffin right there. But I also want to mention again that Spirit event, Resident Evil. People were talking up Resident Evil plus Big and Smash heavily, and we got the Spirit event. And the theory goes, which could be complete bullshit, but theory goes that Resident Evil was on the cards. Nintendo wanted a Resident Evil character. Which one they were going for, I don't know, and I don't care right now. But they were negotiating for it. Things were being done. They were working on a character. And then plans fell through. And they couldn't make a Resident Evil character anymore. I'm assuming it's probably not because Sakurai had troubles developing them. It's probably more Capcom going, no. Whether that's because they decided they didn't want to do it anymore, or it's because they didn't like what they were seeing be done with them, I don't know. We got Rathalos as a base game boss, and people took that as going like, oh, this means we're going to get Monster Hunter as DLC. I'm still to this day, I'm just like, how do you people think that? Why do you people still think that? Come the fuck on.
Plus, there's the ongoing theory of Violet having taken Monster Hunter to itself.
Yeah. Now, if we do get a Fighters Pass 3, and it's not just Echoes, then the character design from Monster Hunter Rise, that's possible. But the people behind the Monster Hunter games, they don't like their characters being used in crossovers anyways. They straight up said this during when they were trying to put together Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They did not want a Monster Hunter character to be in the game. The director of that game tried. I was surprised that they got a character in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's like, what? You'll see, but still, I was very shocked. The fact that we only have Rathalos makes sense to me, and I'm pretty sure that that's how that team would want to do it. But back to my Capcom theory, I think, because the rumor goes that when they had to drop Resident Evil, they were just like, oh shit, we need to fill this 5th slot. Who can we fill it with quickly, because we don't have a lot of time? And that's when Byleth came in. Because the Resident Evil Spirit event was in between characters 4 and 5. And it's also speculated that, or I think that's something that also Imran Khan had mentioned, or Imran Khan, I think that's how you pronounce it, that Byleth, and he didn't say who the character was, but I again have theories. He said that Byleth was based off of the old ideas they had for a different character that got scrapped. So, and I personally think that's the Monster Hunter character. I think they had some ideas written down, but Capcom told them no for that one as well. Because from day one of Byleth, people were saying that, oh, they look how I think how I think the Monster Hunter would have thought. So that makes sense to me. But when we didn't get a Resident Evil character, we got the Spirit event instead, and then we didn't get a different Capcom character in that 5th slot, or even a Min slot, I think Capcom's done. I don't think we're getting a Capcom character in the Fighters Pass. Fighter Pass 3 comes around, again, everything is back on the table when Fighter Pass 3 comes around.
Yeah.
But in Fighter Pass 2, I don't think it's happening. Jake wrote down Isaac from Golden Sun. I don't think that's happening. He's in his assist trophy. Crash Bandicoot, I think, has a very strong chance. We know Activision wants it, assuming the Crash Bandicoot playbook or whatever it wasn't fake. Because there was a leak that came out of what Activision was wanting to do with Crash, and it was Crash remakes. There's CTR remake, some mobile game, and Crash 4. And the very last thing after that was Crash and Smash. That doesn't mean that just because Activision wants it, doesn't mean it's going to happen. But he is popular in both America and Japan. He's very active right now as a game. And we could easily get more Crash games. In fact, I would be surprised if we don't get another Crash game in the near future.
Agreed.
So I think he has a very strong chance, and he could either have like a fake Crash alt or even split alts with Coco. They could do a Crash
fake Crash
Coco kind of situation. I mean, honestly, if we get it, even if Crash were to be playable, whether or not he's playable, I want a Crash Mii costume that's like of the old the old mascot guy that would appear in the commercials, like the Pizza Hut commercials they had him in. Or he also when he was at the Game Awards for when they revealed Crash Team Racing, or just over this last summer when Jeff Keighley was doing it's the Summer Games or whatever he was calling it, where he was trying to do like a bunch of things because COVID was going on. And he's trying to keep the gaming community, keep their spirits up. The Crash mascot guy was there for that, and like have a little cutout for his head for the Mii. That would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I want it. It's great.
Yeah.
But other things.
Turns out we get Tony Hawk as an activism rep instead. Sorry.
There's also Rex, but I don't think Rex or another Xenoblade thing is happening. Next game, good odds. Loiter Ving or another, well, Loiter Ving or Yuri Lowell or Velvet Crow or Cress or other Tales of characters. I think you have a decent shot. Popular again. It's really just a question of who they would choose. Velvet is currently the newest character. Lloyd is the one that was the big Nintendo icon for a while because he was on GameCube. And then Yuri is the most popular protagonist. So it's really between those three. I know who I would prefer. But
as do I.
But, I mean, who knows what will happen. I don't think we're going to get Pokemon. I think Pokemon's dead.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
Thank goodness at this point.
Like, I'll straight up say this. I do not want a Pokemon to be DLC. No, new Pokemon in the base game for the next Smash, sure. Obviously. But DLC, no, we can save that. Come on.
To the point of the Tails character, too. It's so strange that Namco has not ever gotten DLC.
It's so strange that Namco only has one character.
Yeah.
Like they have Pac-Man as playable, and Pac-Man references a lot of their older games with his taunts. And then we have a Boss Galaga item.
That's it.
And then the ghosts have an assist trophy, and yeah, the ghosts have an assist trophy. And then we've had 2 stages. That's it. That is all the Namco representation. It seems weird that we wouldn't have more. But I don't know. Maybe they're feeling the same way that Sakurai felt about the Kirby franchise, where he didn't want to put in too much of his own stuff at first.
Yeah. Maybe so. So in the next Smash we'll get an overload.
Yeah. Dragonborn Doom guy, I think they're dead at this point. I think if we were going to get them, I think we would have gotten them by now. And again, I mean, I don't think they necessarily place things in a set order, but I just feel like we probably would have seen it by this point.
Yeah.
Shantae. Not happening. I don't think so. I don't think any of the quote unquote small characters or indie characters are going to be in the Fighters Pass. I could be surprised.
So no Shantae, no quote, no
Shantae, no Shovel Knight, no Commander Video, no Meat Boy, none of that. I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
Anything else from Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, I don't think is happening. Actually, let me expand that. Anything whose franchise already has a third-party character in Smash, I don't think it's happening. We've already got Sephiroth. I don't think we're going to get a second one that's going to do that kind of the same thing.
None would hit the same level.
Yeah. Sora, supposedly they tried. Supposedly Nintendo tried to get Sora, and Disney was just like, ha! No.
Shocking, considering how much random shit Disney does now.
Yeah.
But there you
go. Anything that's an assist I don't think is going to answer. No Waluigi. Geralt is depending on that, if they classify him as a video game character or a book character, Geralt could go either way. I can't judge that at this time.
Yeah.
Hayabusa, strong odds. He was heavily rumored for a long time, and he was in leaks that predicted other characters correctly, but then he hasn't shown up yet. So it's possible that he just got pushed farther down the line. It's hard to say. We know that Steve was in the mix back in the Smash 4 days, and they were negotiating for him that far back.
Yeah.
So it's possible that, and he was in the second Fighter Pass. So it's like, Hayabusa could be on the table still. And he just got moved. We don't know. Travis Touchdown is me. 2B, I don't think we're going to know a Square character. Any of them. I don't think it's going to happen. We already got Sephiroth, and they were very eager to push Sephiroth, so I don't think they would have pushed another one.
Yeah.
Which also includes Lara Croft. Shadow. Oh, Shadow the Hedgehog, no. Jamie, what the hell? Jamie also had Cranky Kong on his list, which I appreciate the idea, but no. And then the only other ones that are new that I haven't really gone over is Tracer. And I don't think that's just happening either.
I think the ship has sailed on that too. Yeah.
There's a decent chance, because we're also supposed to be getting Overwatch 2 here in the near future.
Oh! Yeah.
Which is really less of a sequel and more of, we're going to add in a whole other game inside of Overwatch and call it Overwatch 2. Because it's a sequel to the story.
Yeah.
And if that lines up properly, then I think Tracer has a good shot. But as of this moment, looking at the characters that people predicted back then, I would say my top 3 are Crash, Hayabusa, and a Tails rep. They just make the most sense to me overall. Crash has all his huge shit going on. Hayabusa is very suspect right now. And then Tails for the Namco thing. And Tails is a popular franchise.
Yeah.
It's like, if looking at the Namco franchises, we've already got Pac-Man. I don't think we're getting Tekken. I don't think we're getting Soul Calibur. So what other popular franchises do they have? Oh, Tails. Okay, yeah, so it's got to be Tails. More or less.
Yeah. Agumon, Optimus Prime.
I mean, true, there is Digimon, but
Namachi.
While you, years ago, convinced me that Agumon actually has real potential and isn't just a anime character, because there's the whole Tamagotchi thing, which is comparable to Rob, I guess. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
In a realistic scenario. So yeah, so we mostly agree. I mean, we both have Hayabusa and Crash Bandicoot. It's just our third character that we're just like, nah, I think it's going to be this one.
Yeah, precisely. And we could be dead wrong all the way through.
Yeah. And if I was to predict the order of my 3, I'd probably just say it in the same order I already did. Crash, Hayabusa, Tails rep.
Agreed on my end. We'll just swap out Tails and Duncan. Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to swap it. I'm going to say Hayabusa first, then Crash, then Tails rep, because then they can do the Crash reveal at E3. Of the 3 of them, he would have the stronger E3 presence.
Would. They could even have the guy in the costume show up. Assuming we have a normal E3 this year. But...
I mean, Nintendo doesn't do... They do their own thing anyways.
That's true.
If they were doing a stage show, then yeah, the Crash guy would be there for sure.
Yeah. Just make Doug Bowser dress up as Crash.
I wonder if E3 might just die. Just to go on this subject a little bit. Because Nintendo was already not doing it anymore. Sony wasn't going to do it this year, COVID or not. So E3 this year would have just been Microsoft, Bethesda, Square-Enix, Devolver Digital, and Ubisoft. And then unless they got unless they got other companies to join E3 for the first time on the stage floor, it would have just been them. And most people, not everyone, but most people only watched the big 3. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. That's what most people watched. You would have a few people just like the dedicated Square Enix fans or the dedicated Bethesda fans who would watch the other ones. Oh, I forgot about EA. EA also had a...
oh, Lord.
Yeah. Wish I could forget it. But with 2 of them out, I don't think E3 was going to last even if COVID wasn't fucking things up.
It's a strong possibility. I mean, it's COVID has changed the landscape for many events.
Yeah, I think Sony probably still would have had an event associated with E3 in their schedule, like how Nintendo does their E3 Nintendo Direct, but not having them be on the stage floor. I think that would have been a massive. Can't think of the word. But it would have impacted E3 negatively, I think.
Oh yeah. At
the very least,
because Sony likes putting on their whole thing with the music and all this other crap.
Yeah.
It's a big production. They spend a lot of money on
the new Forza car. That might be Microsoft. I think that's Microsoft instead of Sony. But still, that's fucking dumb. I hate it. Like, do we really need a new Forza announced every year? It's either Forza Horizons or it's Forza Motorsport, and then there's a car. It's like, dude, we're gamers.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit.
And we can also never afford that car in real life. So I mean, the only exception to that rule was the Lego car. That was very entertaining. Otherwise, Lego car, final DLC character. No. Basil the Batlord.
I can't remember his name. The guy, the jailer in Lego Island.
Oh, I have no clue. Never played that game.
I just know the main character was Pepper. And he was a pizza delivery boy. And you could play as Pepper or like his parents or two cops. Those were your 5 playable characters, but only one of them actually had story. And it was Pepper.
No.
I'm looking it up.
What it's okay.
Once upon a time, years ago, I wanted to make a character move set for Pepper.
Nice.
Pepperoni, that was his name. It was Pepperoni, Mama Briccolini, Papa Briccolini, Nick Brick, Laura Brick, and the Brickster.
Oh man, what a time that was! I remember seeing these advertisements.
What a game! What a game!
Yeah. Lego Islands, and also that was the era back then. Puzzle Pirates, the weird art studio thing, Art for Kids or whatever it's called. Oh, what a time that was. The Stronghold games should also release, which you may be seeing an appearance of on Smashtopia, the wiki, sometime soon.
Oh dear. I've been trying to add beef up the wiki a little bit more in recent times. I've been adding a lot of pages for things that are already in Smash, stages, items, bosses, and whatnot. And I'm wanting to add some more characters that new characters. I mean, I've also been adding a lot of new spirits and assist trophies as well. But I want to add some characters that are going to be outside of our typical Smashtopia episodes. Characters that for one reason or another, I don't think they'd be a good fit for an episode. Maybe it's because they don't have very many tools, and we would probably have a moveset for them that would be 99% identical, and that would not be entertaining. Or it's a character that the concepts that I have in mind for them would take 3 hours plus for me to detail alone, and I don't got time for that. So I'm just going to put them up on my own.
Hey,
So there should be some stuff happening out there at some point. And probably whenever I do that, I'll make an announcement in the next episode. Like, oh, hey, this is up now. But, there's some spirits and assist trophies up right now if you want to go check them out. I'm trying to see what franchises I have up there right now. I'm working on a lot of things. I always have some project that I'm working on. And right now, oh dear, I forgot what this is. Oh boy. There it is. Because I forgot the second screen is what's being captured the video, and I opened up a tab that it put up on that screen. It was my YouTube subscription. So hey.
Oh, excellent.
So as far as like new content right now, I have new spirits and assist trophies up there from Super Mario Odyssey, Miitopia, Personas 3 and 4. So there's a little bit of new stuff there that can be looked at if anybody wants to. And the next set I'm going to put up is going to have new spirits and assist trophies from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Borderlands. So that should be interesting.
Excellent. Yes, sir. You also have the Twerky on the site from Miitopia.
Yes. The turkey me that twerks with its butt from Miitopia is an enemy submission on the wiki.
You should check that out too. Maybe you can inspire some new TikToks in the new year.
I don't know about that. So Sephiroth, he brings a lot of new opportunities for Smash. I don't know where it's going to take us. I try and predict things, and I'm wrong. I will say, as far as like how Sephiroth fights, I really like what Sakurai gave us.
Agreed.
Octaslash on the up special feels weird to me. Every time I always just muscle memory thinking, oh, side special is the really quick move, but no, it's Shadow Flare, and it just throws me fucking off every time. The fact that they gave him Flare, Giga Flare, Terra Flare for his standard special was like, oh my god. What? Holy fuck. And then Scintilla, which is a move I forgot existed because it's in Dissidia and I never fucking use it because I don't use shield and counter moves very often. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense for a down special. If I was making my own moveset for him, I probably would have included that one once I remembered that it was a thing. I would have had Shadow Flare, but I don't think I would have made it work the same way it does, but I like what we got with it. I don't think I would have done Flare. I don't think I would have. I would have put... I might have had Shadow Flare be the standard, and then Octaslash for the side. I think that's probably what I would have done. And then up special...
Teleports behind you.
Honestly, it might have been a teleport. It would have either been a teleport or would have been the wing flapping. I don't... In an extra skill, I don't fucking know.
Me either.
And in Final Smash, I think we got the perfect choice. We got the perfect option to save for Sephiroth using Supernova. The only other good option would have been summoning Meteor.
Yeah. Agreed. What a character. You know, and I know we veered away from the subject matter with Sephiroth a bit in this episode just because he's not a character that has enough gimmick to pull me in on
at the
for
same
the most
time.
part.
At the same time, I mean, most of what we talked about is still a result of getting Sephiroth.
Oh yeah. He's massively influenced and changed the field of speculation for Smash.
Right.
For a period of time, he absolutely decimated it, and we were just left awestruck for a couple of weeks there. So
it's like, well, I was awestruck for a while, but then after that, subsided. And really, for me, the big thing about Sephiroth being added to Smash isn't Sephiroth being added to Smash. It's opening yet another door of, okay, another barrier has been broken. What the fuck is next?
Oh, yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe it's Biomiracle Boku, but...
While theoretically that's possible, I'm gonna say it's not likely.
Okay. We'll settle for Azuda.
But hey, maybe you can add that one to the Smashtopia Wiki on your own.
There is an assist trophy, but I would like to do a playable character one day.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But you're working on other things right now for the wiki.
I am. And it's going to be a lovely little time.
Which that one in particular, the one you're working on, falls under the category of this is the character that we both don't know and might be annoying to research, so it's just going to be done solo. Not we don't both know the same characters all the time, and some characters we can research, like I had no problem researching Ezio. There's other ones that I don't want to do because, oh my god.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Yeah. So it goes. Yep.
That said, I did watch a Let's Play of the first Witcher game, and egads, the first one is not great.
No, it is not. It is not.
I haven't started the second game yet. I was annoyed because the guy I watched the first game of, I thought he had all 3 on his channel. No, he only has 1 and 3. It's like, what the fuck? So I had to find a different person for the second game, so... Okay.
Yeah, the Ryan Johnson situation.
I don't know. I'm sure I'll watch it eventually. The first one was like 160 episodes for his LP. The episodes were like 20-something minutes, but it still was just like, dear God. Ugh, so much.
With the first game, I'm surprised that they had a second. More so, I'm surprised that the second was actually really good.
And then the third one was the best game of the year contender.
Yeah, the third one is quite good.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of the glitches at first, but yeah, it sorted out.
Something else I forgot I wanted to go over. So the stage that we got with Sephiroth is the Northern Cave, Northern Crater, whatever you want to call it. It's the in-game location of the game, and while the stage itself isn't that remarkable, it's a final destination with 2 platforms on the far left and right sides of it. Nothing too interesting there, but again, thank God I don't want every stage to be gimmicky. We're gonna have some, that's fine, but some of them we can have things be calm.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about the stage is Sakurai went over this in his Sakurai Presents video, but he took the final sequence of the game of the party taking the Highwind into the crater. Well, the Highwind doesn't go in the crater in the game; it rests on top, but whatever. But seeing their journey go through, you could see some of the same locations. They come across Sephiroth. There's a fight. You see a meteor about to crash into the planet. You see the planet fight back. It's like they show the whole in-game sequence. It's like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. You didn't have to, but I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, I remember at one point you did say during our mirror matches, oh no, there's 3 Sephiroths on stage, and you were indeed correct.
Yes. And honestly, there are more Final Fantasy VII locations that could become stages in Smash if they wanted to. I think Nibelheim would be a pretty good choice. It's one of the most iconic locations in the game, and it's the site of the most iconic Sephiroth image in the game, where he's walking through the fire. That's Nibelheim. But honestly, if I was to pick what area I want to have a stage from in 7 next, there is one choice and one choice only. The Golden Saucer.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know what that stage would be like, but please, if you give us more Final Fantasy VII content, please have the Golden Saucer be in there. Like, I was so glad we got more music with Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, because we only had 2 songs come with Cloud, and then Ultimate only started with 2 songs as well. It's like, this is fucking dumb. What the hell? I know there's some right funkiness with Final Fantasy music. I get it, but come on. But we got good tracks with the new stage in Sephiroth. We got the main theme / the overworld theme. We got Cosmo Canyon. We got Genova. We got One Winged Angel. There's just one track that we didn't get. And I was just like, actually 2 tracks. There are 2 tracks we didn't get that I was really hoping to get. One was the Highwind theme, when you're flying around the Highwind. The other one was the Golden Saucer theme. I wanted both of those so bad. Didn't get them, but I got a nice remix of Cosmo Canyon I was pretty happy with.
Yeah, the Cosmo Canyon remix is great. You also got Genova and One Winged Angel and the One Winged Angel remix. All
a remix
big
of One Winged Angel
choices.
And the Advent Children version of One Winged Angel.
Yeah.
Which
and I like
to be the best version of One Winged Angel compared to the other games.
I concur with that statement too, and I like the main theme remix too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad, because Sephiroth, that was something that Eric and you and I were saying during that initial reveal too. Oh, I guess we get 2 new tracks. Glad they proved us wrong there.
Yeah, seriously.
All
right. Well, do you have any last things you want to cover about Sephiroth, or what this is like for Smash now? Where we're at?
Nothing more than I'm excited where to turn, because Sephiroth's reveal. Sephiroth is a very fun character. He may end up being my main out of all the DLC so far.
Yeah.
There's that to add. But otherwise, just excitement for the state of Smash now, where we were really, as people have been speculating and commenting on and taking part in internet discourse on Smash for well over a decade now. We had the wool pulled over our eyes. We're in the dark. We can have Crash and Hayabusa and Dante or a Tails rep. We could have something totally different. Something else that breaks the rules even further. It could be anything. Literally, it could be anything. Taking away all ego and former thought process. It could be anything. Anything. The only thing that really stands in the way is the fourth party. I think that's the only pillar that still stands. We may still have that pillar taken down. Can't say 100%. If I were to bet, I would say no. Can't say 100%. So we'll see.
Fair. We can't say 100%, but I feel like I can be pretty safe in saying nothing that didn't originate in a video game. Something like Geralt being like the one that could bend the rules there. No real people. How about that one for you? I don't think we're getting real people. And I don't think we're going to get assist trophies. I don't think we're going to get assist trophies. If we were going to, I think we would have gotten Spring Man instead of Min Men.
Thank God we didn't.
Yeah. Also, thank God for the guys behind Arms recommending Min Men to Sakurai, because he was considering Ninjara, and I'm just like, God, Ninjara is just in Arms. He's the one character that you see him just like, ugh, I don't want to.
I loathe him. I loathe him.
You're so annoying. Get out.
Yeah.
And thank God we got Min Men instead.
Agreed. Sakurai is going to be like, the final DLC character is a face you may recognize. Myself.
Nope. Don't like that. But wait, what if it's me, Deity, and the default is his face?
That would be great.
Alright, the last thing I would say on Sephiroth is, with any of the DLC characters for Smash Ultimate, if you told me ahead of time that, oh, this character's going to be in DLC, my reaction would range somewhere along the lines of, who, to, okay, to, oh, sweet. Except for Sephiroth. If you had told me Sephiroth, I would have just been like, dude, don't fucking lie to me. You're not going to trick me by saying we're getting Sephiroth. Come on, I'm not falling for that one. He's the one I would have never believed. Never. Everybody else, I would have believed you. He's the one. I'm like, nope. Nope, not happening. Not happening. Now, I might have raised an eyebrow at Banjo. Before K. Rool and Ridley were revealed. But after they were revealed, I would have believed Banjo absolutely. Like, yep, this makes sense to me. Steve, this makes sense to me. Arms, weird, but maybe they're planning something. But I guess. Byleth, yep, that makes sense to me. Hate it, but it makes sense to me. Terry is a who. Joker, at the time, would have been a who. That was the first exposure I ever had to Persona. Was Joker being revealed for Smash. And then Hero, and I've been like, yep, I believe this. Sephiroth. No, he's not. Oh, come on. Come up with a better lie. Just say Sora like everyone else.
Say Gino.
I wouldn't have believed Gino either. No. I would not have believed Gino. I would have been like, I want to believe this, but I'm not.
Say Mallow. Say Croco. Say Jonathan Jones.
Now, Croco, actually, I do want to bring that up real quick. Croco would be a good assist trophy. Also,
Boshi.
Final Fantasy, kind of twice over now, is the only third-party rep in Smash base game for Ultimate that did not have an assist trophy. And now we've got a DLC character for it. It's just like, okay, if one of you comes back for the next game, can you please bring an assist trophy with you, please? If Aerith, Tifa, Barrett, whoever, just bring someone for the ride. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, all the other ones come. Like, none of them as DLC. Like Bayonetta and Ryu, they didn't get introduced as DLC with an assist trophy for Smash 4, but they brought a character with them for Ultimate assist trophies. We got Guile and Rodin.
Yeah.
Please. Any third party that is base game in the next Smash, please bring an assist trophy with you. Please.
Concurred.
All right. Well, I think we've descended enough on Sephiroth.
He did bring the pairs.
Next time around, it's another Smashtopia. And this Smashtopia is hard for me, personally.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
I have my concepts for them, but they are probably the hardest character. Well, maybe not the hardest period, but they are definitely one of the hardest characters I've ever sat down and tried to make a moveset for. And definitely the hardest one that we've done on the podcast for me. Oh
yeah.
boy!
Yeah.
I still like. I look at them and it's like the notes that you write down on a napkin. Like, yeah, this is kind of what I have. I don't think I'm going to be able to go into further detail on them, and we're just going to have to flesh out what we flesh out when the time comes.
Well, Harry Potter started on a napkin, so we'll see.
True, actually. On a train ride.
Yep.
I don't know if it was a napkin or if it was a notebook, but I know it was on a train ride.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that character is going to be an interesting one. Their franchise does not have a character yet in Smash, but they're a Nintendo franchise, so there's a little hint for you.
Yep.
Feel free to speculate away. As Jonno dances.
That's another
and he
hint.
claps his hands, and he immediately realizes loud sounds. Which is why he immediately stopped moving. I see you. I see you. The clap actually wasn't that bad, though, funnily enough. There we go. Alright, guys. Well, there's another clap for you. I think we're going to go ahead and end it there, and we'll see you all in our next Smashtopia episode, where I don't know what to expect.
It'll be a good old time.
Could be a thing. Oh dear. Do not fall into your camera, please. Also, the squeaking is bad. Oh boy. Bye. I guess.
See ya.